You think his new party will gain any traction?
Nah, not at all.
Not at all?
Not at all. Third parties always get cooked. Nobody gives a shit, unfortunately. Like, I don't, I know that he was talking about like backing Thomas Massie, who I like Thomas Massie a lot, right? He's like one of the few America First politicians. Doesn't take Zionist money from AIPAC, et cetera. But the problem is that, unfortunately, at the federal level, getting into a position of power in the government is very difficult if you don't have the Zionist lobby backing you.
Right.
Now, Mamdani up in New York is kind of setting a new trend, right? Where we got this guy who is basically a fucking socialist, but he's critical of Israel, and he might become mayor of New York, which is a huge, it's an L from the policy side, but it is a W from the politician side, because if we're able to get a mayor that is able to be critical of the Zionist lobby, of the most influential, one of the most important cities in the United States, that's a W when it comes to not being infiltrated. Again, I want to be clear about this. I don't agree with the socialist policies and, city-owned supermarkets, all this other shit. Whatever. That's all retarded. But I do think that basically what he did, and I wrote a whole fucking thesis on this about why he's winning, he came at the perfect fucking time. We know New York is far left. We know New York is expensive. We know New York is overwhelmingly pro-Palestine. We know that they're liberal. He was able to come in and have all the talking points of the common man, understand their grievances, talk about their grievances, and most importantly, point out to who's responsible. That's very powerful.
Right.
If you go back to the Trump campaign, who was he blaming? The deep state, incompetency by Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, corruption, the LGBT community, the illegal aliens. So like he was able to have a bunch of targets to put the blame on. And whenever you're able to put the blame on people, it's actually a very fantastic tactic that politicians use all the time. So what Mamdani was able to do is basically was able to use that rhetoric, but point it now and blame the Republicans. And that's going to work in New York City, which is a blue city, right? And then on top of that, we see people, getting blown up in Gaza and everything else like that. So he was also critical of the Zionist lobby, which is redeeming in this day and age, because now that's one of the best ways to show that you're anti-establishment if you're willing to criticize the Zionist lobby. Most politicians would never do that. So to bring it back full circle with the whole Elon Musk, his party, Thomas Massie, et cetera, I think Mamdani winning could potentially set a precedent where politicians don't have to suck Zionist cock to get in. But at the same time, I still think we're maybe 10 to 20 years from there. And I still think at the federal level, it's going to take more time. But I do think Mamdani, if he does get elected, that's maybe the first domino to fall, where politicians can finally not have to rely on the Zionist lobby so much. Well, we'll see, man. I do think if Thomas Massie ran and he did a good campaign, I think it maybe even be J.D. Vance, man. Who knows?
Damn.
But this is in 4 years. This will be 2028.
All right, I got a list of names here. I want to see what comes to mind for you when I say these names. Emily Saves America. Emily Wilson.
Grifter. She's an undercover feminist like Megyn Kelly. You know what I mean? It's just simple.
Dean Withers.
Retard. Retard.
He's decent at debating. I'll say that.
Yeah, he was, me and him were supposed to debate. He fucking backed out.
Twice.
And he challenged me. That's the crazy part. How are you going to challenge me then back out?
I invited him to debate you, and he turned it down.
Yeah, he turned it down?
Yeah.
He's a pussy.
Stable Ronaldo, sharing bank accounts with your girlfriend.
Oh yeah, simp, dude. Fuck. Dude. See, that's the problem with these young guys that get money and then have a lot of influence. That's a terrible precedent. This is why red pill awareness is so fucking important, bro. By him combining bank accounts like that, if he really did it, I don't know if he's doing it for clicks, but that's a huge L, man.
Well, someone that is doing it for real is Dave Portnoy. What about him?
Retard. Fucking retard.
With his ex, not even his current girl.
Yeah, dude. I saw the clip on that. He said that she was there with him and she helped him build when he didn't have shit. Okay, I understand that. Dude, just give her a severance package for being loyalty, but for her to still have access to your bank account is crazy, especially when she has another guy. But yeah, Portnoy, man, he's really exposed himself recently, man. Flipping out on the fucking, kid from Philly for a fucking sign, right? Flipping out on his employees about the Israel thing. Dude, it's ridiculous, man. Literally, it's like the meme, oy vey, shut it down. Dude ruined this fucking kid's life over a sign at a club that he didn't even pay for.
Right.
For putting on fucking Instagram. Seriously, man? Right? So it's absolutely ridiculous.
The anti-Semitism got to him, man.
All right, guys, Sean Kelly here, host of the Digital Social Hour podcast. Just filmed 33 amazing episodes at Student Action Summit. Shout out to Code Health, sponsor of these episodes, but also I took them before filming each day. Felt amazing. Just filmed 20 episodes straight, and I'm not even tired, honestly. So Code Health, amazing products. I also take these at home, especially when I traveled. I used to get sick every time I flew, and I started taking that. First time, I haven't had a runny nose, knock on wood. One standout element, it's so easy. You got the travel pack here, but you could just take this, fit it in your pocket if you need to. Also, all natural, like only saline solution in there. So you don't got to worry about any crazy side effects or anything. Yeah, Code's unique. With supplements, there's a lot of who knows what's in those ingredients. Code Health, I haven't seen much like this, where it's just based off the codes that are in the saline solution. So I would say they're very unique. It's going to be the future of health and medicine. Code Health has been awesome.
Feel the drop and go code yourself.
Yeah, dude, it's like they go crazy, man. Like,
Yeah, you're demonetized on every single platform other than Rumble, I think, right?
Yeah, Rumble and Kick still monetized on there, but obviously they're more free speech. Yeah, bro. Like, yeah, demonetized on YouTube, banned off Meta. I had to make like 1 million new accounts. I don't even know why I'm fuck Zuckerberg, retarded. I'm not on Snapchat, but yeah, Twitter demonetized.
No, it's
Whatever, man.
last name.
Also doing the job.
Yeah, when you're spreading truth, I guess.
Yeah.
Last name, Kai Cenat. His girl just cheated on him.
Dude, these streamer guys, bro, like the problem is that there's nothing worse than being a young guy with money and not being red pill aware. It literally will ruin your life because you come into all this money, but you don't have the prerequisite experience to handle women with that money. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because it used to be you could only become a millionaire by being competent, by understanding how the world works, by having certain characteristics. But now, thanks to the internet, right? And thanks to cryptocurrency, whatever, let's be honest, lots of retards have become millionaires. And they didn't have to kind of go through the, arduous task of like figuring shit out and being resourceful and learning certain things and being competent in certain things,
Right.
And this isn't me hating me, this is just me just being honest. Like, and what's ended up happening is a lot of these streamers that have a lot of money, they get finessed by women. They just do because they don't know better, right? So I think red pill awareness, dude, in 2025 especially, is like, you have to have it. And for those that are wondering, oh, red pill, that sounds stupid. Dude, the red pill is nothing more than understanding the uncomfortable and unflattering truth about women and how they may select, which is simply women go for the best man that they can get. Hypergamy is real. They reserve the right to leave you at any time. And if they find a better option, they will probably leave and they won't give a fuck about it. This is why women get over breakups way faster than dudes. You're sitting there fucking crying like, oh my God, how'd she leave? Bro, she broke up with you months ago. So this is something that more men need to understand and not just, well, number one, learn, number two, understand, and then number three, be prepared for. And unfortunately, not enough guys are getting red pill fast enough. I think, people like me and Andrew Tate have done a good job of like waking guys up to this problem. But it's still a minority, dude. A majority of men are still simps.
Yeah.
Still, no matter how, because I'm thinking in my head like, yes, we're waking people up, woo. And then I set up a fucking table out in Brickell, and then I got these simps coming up to me, wait, you don't think men and women are equal? And I'm just like, oh shit, man. Like, dude, like, fuck, man. Like, you save one guy and then there's still like 1,000 over here that are still fucking blue pilled as hell thinking that men and women are equal. And it's like, no, dude, we're not equal at all. Like, men are better than women at everything. We're superior to them at everything. Like, we built the world. And like, for me to say that is considered misogynistic and fucked up. But it's the truth, man.
Yeah. You said women need to be made second-class citizens again.
They need to be what?
You said on Twitter, women need to be made a second-class citizen.
Yeah, they do. Facts. Yeah. They do. And what I mean by this, when I say second-class citizens, I kind of say that tongue-in-cheek, pause. What I mean by that is we need to remove their voting rights. We need to make it where if they are going to vote, they need to have certain things in place. And then I think they need to be focused more on having a family and children and being subservient to men versus what they're doing now, which is being whores, not serving men and thinking that they're better than men. Because what's happened is that feminism is kind of overcorrected.
Yeah.
The intersexual dynamics now. And what's basically happened is the average woman doesn't think the average man qualifies.
Right.
And I'll take it a step further. Women look at a majority of men, like 90% as like annoying mosquitoes, right? And the reason why we have this is because our society, right? I think we live in a gynocentric social order. People might say, oh, Myron, it's a patriarchy. Yes, it's a patriarchy light. And what I mean by this is, yes, men are represented in positions of power in government and other entities. However, they have a female way of thinking. And when I say that we live in a gynocentric social order, though there are men that are in positions of power, they still think the female way of thinking is the right way of thinking. So in other words, everybody's equal. Everybody should get the same opportunity. Everybody should get the same amount of money. We need equal representation on all ends. So though there are men that are there, they're like kind of empty vessels to push the gynocentric social order. Like, I'll give you an example. If I was to walk around and say, yeah, women are inferior to men, most guys would cringe hearing that.
No.
Right? Right? And I kind of like doing this in front of normies, right? And the reason why I use this example is because it goes to show how disconnected men are from like the reality of the world, right? They've been plugged in so goddamn long. So when I say something like that, it's shocking and they're like, whoa, that makes me feel uncomfortable. And that in itself proves that despite the fact that men might be in positions of power or overrepresented, because this is what feminists always allude to, like, well, how's it a gynocentric society when men are in positions of power? Yeah, they're fucking simps. And they defer to the female way of thinking. They think the female way of thinking is the right way of thinking, right? Like, I'll give you an example. Like, look at Dean Withers, right? If you look at his talking points, all of his talking points are liberal, progressive, female talking points. He's just a male vessel putting out the bullshit propaganda. And there's a lot of guys like that.
Wherever you guys are watching this show, I would truly appreciate it if you follow or subscribe. It helps a lot with the algorithm. It helps us get bigger and better guests, and it helps us grow the team. Truly means a lot. Thank you guys for supporting, and here's the episode.